Hello, my name is Ryan Arnaiz, and welcome to another episode of Health and Wealth Secrets. Today's topic is going to carry over a little bit over what we discussed the last time, which was good versus bad debt. In this video, we're going to discuss a topic that a lot of people ask me about, and that is to rent or own where you live. I'm more of a business person, so I always take the side of making money on your money, but there's really no right or wrong. It's just what is best for you. So we're gonna go over a few different plus and minuses, so you can make a choice if you are in the market and looking to possibly buy a home or continue to rent. I personally have owned 2 homes in my life, and I bought my first home when I was 19 years old, 20% down, and I bought another home after that, sold the first one when I was 24, and I owned that home for a dozen years. So I have a lot of experience as far as living on my own in a home that I own. Started off doing that very young. So I always tell people, you do pay, towards a principal every month on your mortgage, but it's not all going towards your principal. Yes, all the money you spend renting doesn't go to anything, building any equity. You want to call it throwing money away. But what you need to look at is between the interest, the property tax, the insurance, if there's any association, and PMI for the first few years. On top of that, those 5 things, you got to subtract that. So you need to look at that initially compared to what is it costing you to rent the property. That's the first number you want to look at. We're going to go more in detail here though. People also forget, the part where you have to put money down. That's money that could have been making you money. And now it's just dead money because it's a personal property. It's not an investment property. So let's just say you're losing 10% that you could have made on that money. Let's just say, because it's not a small amount. It's money that you put down on a home. It's not, $2,000 or $3,000 or $5,000. Also, on the upside, you also have to look at, the tax benefit you get with owning the property. So like I said, there are pluses and minuses. So add up those 5 things, like I said, that, basically you don't get back every month out of the mortgage. Add in, the repairs throughout the year, and then average that number out once you subtract the tax benefit. If the number is significantly lower, then, you buy. If not, you rent. It's just not worth, to me, tying up the money. Especially for a long term, it's not like you can just get out of the house one day to the next. Another thing, these days we live in a rapidly changing world. Most people can work from home. They don't have to commute somewhere. They don't have to be somewhere. It's easy to travel. People change careers, more often than they did years ago. So you don't have to stay, somewhere for a long time. If you do, that works for you and it's good for you to buy. And unlike years ago, talk about, over 20 years ago, you're not guaranteed that the property will go up. You're also taking the risk that it could go down. Even if it doesn't go down, people will tell me all the time, oh, but Ryan, I sold my house and I made $50,000. And I tell them, did you take into account the closing costs when you bought the home? When you sold the home, the closing costs then as the seller, what you paid the realtor, and what upgrades you made? Because we already discussed, repairs, but what about the upgrades? Most of the time when they calculate that number, they'll tell me, yeah, you're right. I actually lost money and took all the risk owning the property. So, like I said, there is no right or wrong. You have to look at the benefits of both sides and, take into consideration what I just mentioned. A lot of people overlook those few things before they make a purchase. So write those things down, the pros and cons that I just discussed, and then you make your decision. So I hope you found this video useful and you liked the video and subscribe to our channel. Until next time, thank you for watching.